Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. We're going to be in Merenice again. I'm probably not going to be able to finish his today. It looks like there's still 4 more choices left, and we've been going through about 2 per episode, so there might be 2 more episodes left of him. Also, sorry for not uploading the last couple of days. I got my Assassin's Creed game, the 20th is when it came out, and I just took a few days off to play Assassin's Creed. I didn't really know what to expect from it since Valhalla was very inappropriate for children, so I've been playing it at night after the kids go to bed. But so far, Shadows has been pretty good. It's not there's not a whole lot of swearing in it. There's only a couple of people that say choice words, but nothing like Valhalla, where there's Vikings. And you could totally turn off blood and disembodiment, and it basically becomes a T-rated game. So, but anyway, yeah, I've been playing that recently, and kind of taking a break from uploading, especially since I didn't really have anything pre-recorded, because it's hard to stay on top of that sometimes, but it's whatever, I guess. Anyway, we just got done with the Parasite House, and Merenice, I had to rewind it so I can get the intro in. But Merenice said, this can't be. I don't know who he's talking about. I hope it's Alan, but now it's the next day, and I guess we're not going to find out. Oh, something downloaded. Looks like Xenoblade Chronicles. Maybe there was an update. I also got Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, but I haven't played that yet. The next day.
ごめんミラーさん、面談室の新規会員様の受付お願いできる？
Sure, on my way. Thanks to the show, there was a significant increase in new members. The advisor department was swamped. But I'm thrilled we have more members. It even trended on social media. What a great idea. Comments were along the lines of, I love how hapless President Shelby look hapless, or adorable how he thinks he can't get married. If he kept acquiring new members and successfully matched them, Cupid Court's reputation would recover. A few days flew by in a whirlwind of work. One morning, I arrived at work to find Merenice waiting anxiously. Merenice, we didn't have a meeting scheduled today, did we?
大変です。運命が変わったんです。
We have a problem. Destiny changed?
はい。実はあの番組の最後でも少しだけ変わっていたのですが。それから気になって、ずっとここで毎日社長の運命を見続けていたのです。
I wonder why he hadn't scheduled a meeting recently, so that's what he's been doing.
そうしたら、少しずつ毎日運命が変わっていき、ついに私が見たはずの会社が倒産する運命が消え去ってしまったのです。
Really? The destiny of the company going bankrupt vanished, which meant that the danger had passed.
運命が変わる瞬間なんて、これまで一度も見たことはありませんでした。どれだけ努力をしても、誰もが回避できずに、その運命をたどっていたのです。ですが今回は、運命が変わった。おそらく、あなたが働きかけたから。
Me?
運命の見えないあなたが、変えようとしていたでしょ？番組の企画を立ち上げ、本来つながらないはずだった私とモウドーナツの運命が彼につながった。この番組の企画は私が見た時にはありませんでした。だからおそらくあなたが運命を変えたのです。
Ernie smiled gently and held my hand.
ますますあなたといたくなりました。どうか 私とお付き合いいただけませんか？
He's blushing and asking her to date him. Huh? Date? The warning that other advisors gave replayed in my mind. As I hesitated to respond, Merenice moved closer.
会員でなくなればよろしいですか？
Yeah, you have to not be a member. Huh? Well...
なんて困らせてしまいすみません。大丈夫ですよ。
Aw, he's saying sorry.
私もいろいろと思うところがありますし、ロビンにも相談してみたいですし。また後ほど連絡をさせていただきます。
You didn't even give her a chance to respond. You're just like, bye. Marini smiled gently again, let go of my hand, and then he left. What was that? There was a lot to process, but he said he'd reach out again. I just have to wait for that. The even bigger news was that the company wasn't going to bankrupt anymore. Thank goodness it's not going bankrupt. But did fate only change because I'm a god?
Chi?
He looked at me, tilting his head. Merenice was so shocked. If he'd never seen this as a fortune teller, it must have been serious. Anyway, I'm relieved. I was starting to wonder what I'd do if the company went out before I got promoted. The danger was over. All that remained was for me to get promoted. As always, I had back-to-back meetings with many members. I walked briskly to the office, ready to work hard on matchmaking. But once I was in the office, there were more surprises. Due to the project proposal of the show and my record number of successful marriages, I was informed at last of my promotion.
おめでとう。ついにチーフブライダルアドバイザーになったんでしょ？やったじゃない。
Clarice, thank you. When I got home, Clarice was there ready to celebrate. I washed my hands and sat down at the table. Looking at the champagne and appetizers lined up on the table brought a smile to my face.
じゃあ乾杯しましょう。
Yeah, cheers.
チー
No alcohol for you, Chi. Chi darted around, snatching bits of food every now and then.
それよりびっくりしたわよ。入社2年目でそこまで上り詰めたのあなたが初めてなんでしょ？
Seems like it. I have achieved my goal. I held up the piece of paper that appointed me as the chief bridal advisor. Now, no one can doubt that I'm the top advisor at Cupid Corp, #1. Cupid Corp's business performance had grown significantly. It was now the industry leader. Like, there was a brief mention of Romeo and Juliet wedding, and now it's just gone. It's like, why even bother? Like, they're just spending time on things that don't even matter in this route. Like, I don't understand. I'm gonna keep saying this, but this route is so short, and they're trying to shove so much in here at once. Because of that, I believe we could consider them #1 in Cupid and in the human realm, which meant I won my bet with Dad.
ほんとやるわね。大学の頃からトップブライダルアドバイザーになってみせるって言ってたけど、本当になっちゃうなんて。
Well, I can leave the company whenever I want now.
って待って待って。辞めるの？
I know, right? He just got promoted. She's like, I can leave whenever I want now because I achieved my goal.
いやいや待ちなさいよ。せっかくのキャリア捨ててどうするの？相変わらず変なこと考える子ね。それに今担当してる会員のメレニスさんだっけはどうしたのよ。
He wants to quit anyway. About that. I'm canceling my membership. I'll reduce the marriage rates if I stay. Oh, really? Why is that? I showed Clarice the message I received. It said I'm canceling my membership. I'll reduce the marriage rates if I stay.
大会？なんでまた急に？しかも成婚率下げるからって結局結婚する気なかったってこと？
Oh, that's what he meant. He's not gonna get married, so he'll just add to the reduced rates. Okay. I thought he meant that like his fortunes are gonna cause other people to not get married. I'm not sure. He said he'd discuss the details when we meet next.
え？じゃあ会う予定があるの？
Yes. Yes. I wanted to thank him for joining one night party Parasite House. He invited me to Modona's, but then mentioned he'd be quitting the membership.
もしかして会員のままだとこの子にアタックできないからわざわざやめたのかしら。見てるとあの彼女口説いてばっかりだったものね。
Like talking to herself, but out loud.
まあいいわ。それならたっぷりじっくりなんで退会しちゃったか聞いてきなさいよ。できれば一泊ぐらいしてね。
Better if it takes all night. I doubt it'll take that long.
もうあんな顔のいい男放っておいたら他の子に取られちゃうわよ。キスしてみたいって思ったりしないの？
Really, Clarice, you always go there.
あなたが全然恋愛しないから心配してるの。キスだってメイクラブだって未経験でしょ？
Maybe, but
知らなきゃ損よ。すっごくいいものだから一度ぐらい体験しときなさいよ。
Clarice, I believe people should only do those things when they're deeply in love.
誰がそんなこと決めたのよ。だいたい今時女と二人っきりになって手を出さない男なんているわけないじゃない。
Says the succubus. That's quite an assumption that never happened in Parasite House.
それがほんと想定外なのよね。あいつら本当に男なの？
They qualify as men. Come on, that's just being normal. Clarice had a skewed perception of men. It was obviously a side effect of her frequent one-night stands. While Clarice was popular among men, she never committed to one person, always moving on to the next.
それに私の勘だけどメレニスだっけ？彼多分すっごいテクニシャンだと思うわ。
Why would you say that? I know, why would you even think that?
指が長いから？
Oh my goodness, her tongue is out and everything. Clarice, you know, right? Clarice and I continued chatting candidly as we always did. I hope Clarice finds her soulmate before I go back to Celestia. But even if I decide to leave the company, I must convince Dad that I've achieved my goal. I don't want him changing his mind later. I need to call Auntie. Oh my goodness. My aunt, Lady Minerva, was great help when I descended from Celestia to the human realm. First, I had to send her an update. My next plan was to go back to Celestia and shove my promotion in Dad's face. Those were my thoughts as I enjoyed the meal Clarice made. This dinner after getting promoted felt tastier than usual. On my next day off, now that he was no longer a member, Merenice and I were meeting up at Mo Donuts. I waited without ordering and soon spotted Merenice approaching from outside. Oh my goodness.
昇格おめでとうございます。
That is so adorable. He brought her flowers. He's giving her a kiss on the hand. He's so cute. Oh? I was handed a large bouquet. Wow, they're beautiful. But how did you know about the promotion? I haven't mentioned it to you yet.
言ったでしょ。毎日シェルビー社長の運命を見ていたと。
He's got an insider. Huh? So you knew I would be promoted that morning.
ええ。
The accuracy of Merenice's fortune telling amazed me yet again.
無事にその運命は変わらなかったようでよかったです。
Seriously. Thank you for the flowers. I accepted the bouquet with both hands, taking in its sweet, comforting fragrance.
あなたにこれからも良き運命がありますように。
Oh, I barely heard that. After giving me the bouquet, Merenice kissed the back of my hand and smiled softly. His action struck me as elegant and refined. If he had acted this way at the matchmaking parties, he could have easily found someone to marry. He's not interested in them. That thought crossed through my mind, but I quickly dismissed it. Merenice, the destiny parasite, had attended those parties, searching for someone whose destiny remained unseen to him. He never found such a person. My inability to find the perfect match for him felt like my personal failure as Cupid. I think when I return to Celestia, I'll search for Merenice's destined partner using the Cupid's arrow. Doing so, I believed I could find his perfect match. As I gazed up at the sky, lost in thought, I heard Robin's voice.
お、いらっしゃい。そっちの席取ってあるよ。
ありがとうございます。
へえ、やっぱりお姉さんだったのか。今日のメレニスのデート相手。
He called her a Nathan. You knew.
なんでもないよ。じゃ、後で持ってっから。
Robin gestured for us to follow as we headed to a corner of the shop. Wait, aren't we supposed to order first before sitting? Curious about which donuts I might choose, I glanced up at the display case. That was when I noticed a standing advertising fortune donuts. Is that part of the cross promotion?
ええ。おかげさまで売れ行きも好調だと聞きました。
That's a relief. I suppose everyone enjoys a glimpse of their future. These fortune donuts weren't magical. Each packaged donut contained a card revealing a fortune. In other words, they were basically fortune cookies but with donuts. I want one of those.
ええ。あらかじめ印刷されたものなので、その人に合わせた占いではないのですが、よく当たると言われているようです。不思議ですよね。
It is, isn't it? Though Merenice wasn't personally doing the readings, these donuts became popular because of their perceived accuracy. Perhaps collaborating with Merenice lends them some special charm. I found myself staring at Merenice's face. To work? He was just a regular human. I couldn't sense any divine essence within him. So his readings are eerily accurate. Everyone he read for the matchmaking events experienced exactly what he predicted.
はい、お待たせ。
ありがとうございます、ロビン。
Why didn't we get Alan's fortune though? Dang it. Everyone but Alan's. This is... Before us was a cake made from donuts. Oh, really? It's so cute. Did he order that for her? Because that's adorable.
あなたの昇格のお祝いです。ロビンに頼んでおいたんですよ。
That's so cute. That's a lot of donuts.
喜んでもらえたみたいでよかったよ。メレニスがお祝いのドーナツを頼んでくるなんて初めてだからな。つい張り切っちまった。ま、今日はせっかくだし、ゆっくりしていってくれ。
Robin winked and returned to assisting other customers. Thank you so much, Merenice.
いいえ。あなたとはもっとゆっくりお話ししたいと思っていましたから。
Then let's eat.
ええ。
Of course, she's there. She's like, I'm not missing this. The three of us toasted with the donuts and began eating without hesitation.
Chee!
She seemed to be enjoying the feast laid out before him. These donuts are so good. It was no wonder Merenice bought these every day. I couldn't get tired of them no matter how many I ate.
よかった。あなたとちーちゃんに喜んでもらえて。
Oh, can you see Chi without your donut? You were even thinking about Chi?
ええ。初めてできた不思議なお友達ですから。
But you're not looking at him for the donut.
Chee!
Chi was typically reserved, but the food had clearly lifted his spirits. Merenice watched Chi eat with delight.
何をすればあなたは喜ぶのか。実は随分と悩んだんですよ。
Oh, really?
ええ。それでロビンに相談をしていたのです。彼は恋愛相談に乗るのが上手ですから。
Wonder why that could be. His mention of romantic matters made me pause, and I remembered Clarice's words. Oh, yeah, I guess that I would pick up on that too. The stuff about spending the night, kissing, and having a good technique. Oh my goodness, that's what she remembered. Calm down. Forget about what Clarice said. If it's not too personal, can I ask why you ended your membership? Pushing the sauce aside, I voiced my question. Merenice responded with a gentle smile.
私も運命を自らの手で掴まなければと思ったのです。運命に身を委ねているだけでは関係も進展しません。Right?
ち
She looks so uncomfortable.
それよりリネットさん、もう私は会員ではありません。メレニスと呼んでくれませんか？
This is... Even I could tell something was up. A flurry of my coworkers' warnings played in my mind again. Merenice. Who's over here growling? Then suddenly I heard an inexplicable growl. At first I thought it was someone's stomach, an ache from overeating donuts, but I realized it was a voice I recognized. Who is that? This voice, is it... Oh.
せっかくこやつらを使って邪魔しようとしたのに、どうしてうまくいかないのだ。
As soon as I was thinking, like a second before he showed up, I'm like, oh, that's her dad. Oh, is Huna interfering? Robin Julie. Dad. She's like, don't see me, don't see me, don't see me. As I suspected, my father stood there in his divine form, unseen by the others. Oh. A sudden outburst startled Chi, who darted under the chair for refuge. Refuge? Oh. If he could see Chi, I wonder if he could see Mars, too. Simultaneously, Merenice looked on, perplexed.
パパ？あの方があなたの父親なのですか？
Is he gonna find out finally? Merenice looked at the man with sunglasses standing near Dad with sunglasses? Whom I didn't recognize. No, that's not my father.
お、キューピッド。いや、そのだな。
もしかしてちーちゃんのようにそこにもどなたかいるのですか？
Okay, so I guess he can't see Chi. He just assumes Chi's there eating. He's gonna get out a donut, isn't he? He squinted and stared in the direction of my gaze. When he couldn't see Dad, he gave up and grabbed a donut instead. Merenice looked through the donut hole to view the man in the sunglasses. He gasped after catching a glimpse.
リネットさん、そこにいるサングラスの彼が CC の評判を落とした張本人です。
I'm getting tired of these airplanes flying over. I have my window wide open because it's hot in here. And there's been like 2 airplanes that has flown by. The man with the sunglasses is the culprit, huh? Yeah, Roman Julie wedding. A man of sunglasses. Huh?
なぜこやつを使ったとバレたのだ。
Not true. Instead of Dad answering my question, Merenice did.
ええ、シェルビー社長が見込んだとリークしたのも彼のようですね。
How dare you?
それでこれからさらに CC のスキャンダル記事を雑誌社に持っていくところだったようです。
まずい、バレたぞ。早くこやつを別の場所へ誘導せねば。
Just shoot him with your arrow again. I see. I was suspicious when the news about the president being single suddenly came out. It was all Dad's fault. God was behind all of this. My guess was that he did it to try to get in my way. Noticing Dad's nervousness made me boil. I abruptly stood from my seat. I needed to confront Dad and uncover the truth. Merenice, excuse me for a moment.
え？一人では危ない。
It's just her dad. It's fine.
ってあれ？一人で出て行ってしまいましたね。てっきり彼に問い詰めると思ったのですが、一体何をするつもりなんでしょう。
いたたたたたたた、キューピッド、耳を引っ張るでない。
I grabbed Dad's ear and pulled him out of the shop. At last, Dad morphed into his form visible to humans. His appearance was still that of a god, so of course he stood out like a sore thumb in Lost York. But I couldn't worry about that. I faced Dad with a piercing glare. Dad, why are you here in the human realm? Who is that man? That man. Oh, okay, there's two different people. Okay, I'm like, I thought, for some reason, I thought he looked like the man with the glasses to people who couldn't see his Mars form. But I guess there's two different people.
いや、それはだな、キューピッド。いろいろと事情が。
You manipulated that human to bring down Cupid Corp. How will you justify that? You were probably trying to make me fail so I'd go back to Celestia.
いや、それはまあ、そのだな。
It's so fake. Of course you're the culprit.
それよりそうだ。人間の真似事などもうするな。お前も神ならば自覚を持ってだな。
What's wrong with imitating humans?
だから前から言っているだろう。人間は神が導くべきだと。
Too bad for you. I've already won our bet. Dad, let go of your outdated ideas.
賭けに勝った？じゃあまさか。
Yes, I've been promoted. As promised, I'm number 1 in the human realm. I pulled out the document I had meant to show Merenice earlier, flinging in the paper detailing my promotion at Dad.
これはそんな本当に？
Yes, it's genuine. Admit your defeat, Dad. Dad's shoulder quivered as he scanned the paper. To my surprise, he began to weep.
そもそもキューピッドが家出などするからわしもこんなことをする羽目になったのだ。
Huh?
どうせすぐに戻ってくるだろうと思って数年は気にもしていなかったのだが、お前と来たら順調に暮らしよって。わしも寂しかったのだ。だから連れ戻そうと思ったのにヴィーナスには反対されるし、娘の邪魔をするなと怒られて余計にわしもいこちになって。キューピッド
Seeing Dad cry with his imposing physique made all the passersby stare.
あれ、何？なんか壮絶だけど、親子喧嘩？撮影とかじゃない？
This is so embarrassing. Dad, everyone is staring.
人間なぞどうでもよい。キューピッドが帰ってくるかどうかだ。
I tried to calm Dad down, but he kept crying. It was bizarre to see a god who had lived for a millennia throw such a tantrum.
キューピッド、なぜわしを置いて家出などするのだ。
Oh, Dad. So you admit I was right and you were wrong, that humans don't necessarily need the gods to guide them.
ああ、認めるとも。わしが悪かった。負けは認める。だから帰ってきてくれ。
It was surreal realizing this emotional figure was the god of war Mars, revered in the human realm. He always gets this emotional when he argues with Mom. So you promise not to bother Cupid Corp anymore.
約束するとも。
Honest, you're sure you're sorry?
もちろんだとも。そもそもお前の働きぶりを見てうすうすお前の考えもあながち間違っていないと思っていたのだ。
Huh? Really?
ああ、だが古き神のやり方を否定されるのはどうしても嫌でな。それで意固地になってしまったのだ。だがこのマウス確かに反省した。もう手出しはしないと誓うから。キューピッド、家ではもうやめてくれ。
Fine. I was going to go back to Celestia after I got promoted and showed you up anyway.
本当か、キューピッド。
Is Merenice going to come overhear this? Only if you sincerely apologize and restore everyone you manipulated and stop causing trouble.
やめる。もちろんやめるとも。ってしまった。そうとなったら急いで印刷を止めなければ。おいお前、行くぞ。
Dad grabbed the man his sunglasses and disappeared. Bye. Ah, the print. So that's the damaging article they were planning. Despite being the god of war, his tactics were so immature. But he finally showed remorse. He promised to rethink his ways.
あの
Ah, sorry, bad timing. Did you catch all of that?
いえ、先ほどのサングラスの男性を見張っていたのですが、急に立ち上がって出て行かれたので追いかけてきたのです。彼を捕まえなくてはあなたの会社が大変なことになるのでは。
It's okay. I think I've cornered the real mastermind, so destiny should have shifted.
親玉を
More like the god behind this. Mom, Dad, Lady Minerva, and the other 12 Olympians that could influence human minds. They could exploit vulnerabilities and manipulate them. That person probably had a pre-existing grudge against Cupid Corp, making it easier for Dad to use him. But Dad pledged to reflect and end his interference.
運命を変えた？またですか？
It should have. Everything will be alright.
一体どうやって？
Because it's the gods. Merenice lifted a donut to observe me as usual, but he couldn't see my fate and sighed, placing the donut back down.
相変わらずあなたは不思議な人ですね。どうしてあなたの運命だけは見えないのでしょう。
Because her destiny is not written out. The reason was my true identity, but the fact that I was the actual Cupid was top secret. Maybe Merenice will understand why if he discovers I'm Cupid. Would he be convinced? But what would he think afterward? Huh? Somehow I felt my heart to drop in disappointment. If he discovered he couldn't see my destiny because I was a goddess, would he suddenly lose interest in me? Would he feel let down after learning the reason? But hiding the fact that I'm a god and manipulating people makes me just like Dad. But I still didn't want to tell him. I couldn't quite grasp why I felt that way. The cat went through the root and she's finally starting to have feelings for him. The future in the donut. A few days later, I succeeded in punishing Dead and achieved my goal. For the first time in a while, I took a break and enjoyed a peaceful lunch. I'm so relieved that smear article on Cupid Corp never saw the light of day. Dad returned to Celestia too. Now what's next? Though I intended to return to Celestia, Claire's had a point. I just reached my peak. Leaving now would seem like a waste. I know, like what would Shelby think? After you got promoted, you just quit and leave. You're like, I got what I wanted, so bye. I don't want to let down the people here, but I am Cupid, so I'll have to return someday. Dad was feeling lonely, and he mentioned that Mom was concerned about me. Auntie told me that staying too long in the human realm would make me age, which wouldn't be good. She loved the culture of the human realm, but that was the main reason she didn't descend here more often. Why? Because she ages? But I don't have a purpose here anymore. Indeed, I was without a clear purpose, though I wish to continue matchmaking as Cupid. Personally, it does feel like a waste to go home now, but I knew I could always consult Lady Minerva if I ever decided to descend again. Some of my friends suddenly went back to their home countries while studying at Lost York University. It's pretty much the same scenario. As I reflected on this, taking a bite of my sandwich, I nearly choked. Lady Minerva, adorned in her divine attire, made a grand entrance into the restaurant.
キューちゃん、遊びに来ちゃった。
Lady Minerva. Her distinctive fashion choices drew everyone's gazes.
なになに、なんかの撮影？それとも普段着？
でも結構おしゃれじゃない？私には着られないけど憧れるな。
To my surprise, the people of Lost York seemed quite accepting of her look. Lady Minerva approached and seated herself across from me, ordering a cafe latte with graceful ease.
やっぱりいいわね、人間界って。
All of these music changes is like giving me whiplash. It's just all over the place. As soon as someone starts speaking, it changes the music. What brings you here?
あら、来ちゃいけない？私だって降臨するわよ。なんて、キューちゃんのお祝いに決まってるじゃない。聞いたわよ。目標達成したんですって？
I did. I could return to Celestia with pride.
そうねって言いたいところなんだけど、実はちょっとお願い事があるのよ。
A favor.
実は今、深海に帰ってこられちゃ困ることがあって。
She is still after your bow. Really?
ほら、キューちゃんの降臨手伝ったじゃない？あれがジュピターにバレそうで、いろいろ隠蔽工作中なの。
What do you mean he's about to uncover that secret? He literally sits on top of her head like every single day. What, really?
だから落ち着くまではできればもうちょっと人間界にいてほしいから退職するのは待ってくれない？
Yeah, my journey here wasn't exactly by the book after all. I know, but Jupiter's literally with me every single day. I thought back to 6 years ago and all the ways Auntie helped me descend to Lost York. Understood, Lady Minerva. I'll enjoy myself a bit more before heading back.
ええ、準備ができたらこっちからまた連絡するわ。それよりデミアンヌ監督の最新映画見た？
Auntie and I started talking about movies like we always did. It feels so nostalgic. We talked about movies just like our old times in Celestia. My attention wandered to the window. Oh. The stylish city of Lost York. This was where I first set foot in the human realm where I had lived for 6 years. Now that I couldn't return to Celestia for a while, what's my next step? Fall in love. Like this is a love route. Go for it. These thoughts occupied my mind as I watched a movie. Later, when I returned home from my day off, I found Clarice already there. I'm home, Clarice. You're back early today.
ああ、うん。実は私、CC 辞めちゃったの。
But why? Clarice, you did. I was the one thinking about quitting, but Clarice went and left herself. Why?
モードーナツに転職したくなっちゃって。
Oh, there you go. At Mo Donuts.
そう。実はね、モードーナツに気になる人がいるの。
Huh?
それに最近 CC の仕事がつまんなくって思い切って辞めちゃった。
He was just talking to me about staying on my career path and everything. This turn of events was wholly unexpected. But who is Clarice interested in? This felt a bit different from how she found good men when she went on her one-night stands. My Cupid heart told me that this could be the start of true love. Lady Minerva did tell me to immerse myself in more experiences. I had gathered a wealth of experiences that Cupid Corpin had done a lot of matchmaking. Perhaps it was time to focus on matchmaking for my close friends.
明日ちょうどその人と一緒にシフト入るんだ。だから遊びに来てよ。それでもしあなたも CC を辞めるなら一緒に働かない？今全然人手が足りてないみたいだもの。
Huh? At Mo Donuts?
あそこの美味しいじゃない。とにかく明日来てみてよ。
Encouraged by Clarice. Oh. The next morning, I stopped by Mo Donuts to see Clarice at work and grabbed breakfast.
お、いらっしゃい。今日はメレニスは一緒じゃないんだな。
Hi, just here to see how Clarice is doing.
クラリス？え、もしかして彼女と知り合い？
Yes, we're roommates.
へえ、そうだったのか。
As I talked with Robin, Clarice appeared from the kitchen, arms loaded with donuts.
あ、リネット、いらっしゃい。
Already hard at work, Clarice.
もちろん。今日のおすすめはチョコミント味よ。
She winked, promoting some whispers among the male customers. I recall Clarice's popularity with cutie diner customers during our college days. Clarice was always popular.
Chee!
I picked up Clarice's recommended donut, and one that Chi seemed to want. Sitting down, I checked out the shop. Who's this guy Clarice is so keen on? Who do you think? Looking at him. There's Clarice glancing over at Robin suggestively. Oh, really? Could Robin be the one she's interested in? The way she looked at him, their easy rapport, it all suggested as much. So Clarice has a thing for friendly types.
Chee!
She's in love with donuts. She tried to eat my donut, so I slapped his paw and continued to watch Clarice. That was when I noticed someone sit down next to me. Oh, really?
何を見ていらっしゃるのですか？
Or slapping Chi. Merenice.
こんにちは。
I mean, he comes here every day for donuts. Merenice smiled gently, holding the box of donuts. He had mentioned before that this was his morning routine. Merenice held and looked through one of the donuts as he smiled.
ちーちゃんも、こんにちは。
チー！
一つ食べますか？
チー！
She nodded and Merenice handed him a donut. She happily bit down immediately, shoveling the donut into his little mouth. Chi, if you eat too much, you'll gain weight.
チー！
Oh my goodness.
それにしても、この時間にあなたがここにいらっしゃるなんて珍しいですね。
A friend of mine recently started working here, so I thought I'd visit her before heading to the office. Modonuts was on 7th Avenue, so I could make it to work at just the right time after finishing my breakfast donut.
出社前に。今日も会社なのですか？相変わらず仕事熱心ですね。
I really enjoy matchmaking, but lately I've been wondering about my future.
これからどうするかとは？
I've achieved my goals, so now I'm unsure what my next steps are. I've been debating whether to stay with my current job or to leave. Staying at Cupid Corp and continuing with matchmaking was an option, or I could team up with Clarice and help her romantic pursuits. I was thinking this over and eating my donut when I saw Merenice's startled reaction.
やめる？
I know, right? Like, he just got a promotion. Yes, life's short. I've been considering gaining different experiences. For example, trying out different jobs might give me a better understanding of humans when I return to Celestia as Cupid. It might also enhance my matchmaking skills by understanding the intricacies of couples' disputes.
では、次はいつどこで会えますか？
Aww. He can only find you because he knows you work there. He doesn't know your destiny. Huh? I looked up to find Merenice gazing deeply into my eyes.
あなたに会えなくなるのは嫌です。これからのあなたの運命をどうか教えてください。どこへ転職されるのですか？
Huh? I haven't decided.
見て。
Merenice looked so worried as he peered through the donut again. He was still trying to look at my destiny. After a moment, he sighed.
やはり、あなたの運命だけは相変わらず見えませんね。見えないあなたのこれからが未定だとしたら、私はどうすればいいのでしょう。
Why don't you just be direct with her again and ask her out? You can always just text me.
ですが、それは確定した未来ではありません。ロビンやシェルビーさんたちなら、彼らの運命を見ているので、1週間後もどこにいるのか私は知ることができます。でも、あなたの運命だけは見えない。あなたが CC を辞めてしまったら、あなたの気が変われば、私はあなたがどこへ行くのかわからないのです。
Right, Merenice waited outside Cupid Corp all those days to keep track of the company's destiny, in a way, mine. And now he's suggesting he needs some kind of connection like that or he won't be able to meet me anymore. I mean, you can still text, right? Wait. Something about that thought saddened me. He was the first person who could actually see Chi, but his ability to see people's futures left him perpetually isolated. And there I was, thinking of leaving him behind to return to Celestia. If we never crossed paths again, what would become of Merenice? If he continued to live alone, he wouldn't even have someone to share donuts with. Huh? Suddenly he gripped my hand tightly. His fingers were long and thin, yet they felt strong because they were a man's.
あなたを私は見失いたくない。
Merenice?
どうか私を遠ざけないでください。これからも私はあなたと。
Merenice released my hand abruptly as if coming to a realization. He shifted his gaze deeper into the shop.
今のは一体。
His feelings were coming out. What's gotten into him? I looked around, but there was no one else. The only item of note was a mirror, part of the shop's decor.
まさかもしかして。すみません、リネットさん。ちょっとこちらへ来ていただけませんか。
Huh? Mary shook my hand and led me closer to the mirror, then... We get another CG? He could see her? You see what? Her destiny? He tenderly embraced me from behind, looking through the donut hole. A familiar scent enveloped me. It must have been Merenice's fragrance that I noticed for the first time. His soft hair tickled my cheek, causing me to gasp, yet Merenice kept gazing intently into the mirror.
見える。
Do you mean you can see my destiny now?
いえ、私の運命です。
You never thought about looking at yourself through a mirror? Yours, Merenice?
はい。これまで
Oh.
いくら鏡越しに見ても自分の運命は見えませんでした。
I was wondering if he could or not. He sounded like at the beginning that he couldn't, but at the same time it gave hints that he could, but yeah. Well, at least we cleared that up.
ですが
He released me for a moment, only to pull me into another embrace.
あなたに触れている時だけ私の運命がかすかに見えるようです。
Is she in it? Really?
はい。こうしてあなたから手を離すと見えなくなりますが、再び触れると何かの運命が見えるのです。一体どうして。
I had no idea either. Could it be due to some connection with my divine powers? Merenice alternated between holding and releasing me, trying to understand the phenomenon. He deduced that he could only see his destiny when he was in direct contact with me.
これは一体どこなんでしょう。赤っぽい岩肌に広大な荒野が見えますが、まさかクランチキャニオン。
Huh? I was just as confused by the randomness of that landmark location.
どうして私はこんな場所へ行くのでしょう。
You're not sure?
はい。他の方の運命を見るときよりもぼんやりとしていて、はっきりとは見えないんです。分かったのは場所だけです。でも私は一度もクランチキャニオンに行こうと思ったことはないのです。どうしてあそこにいたのでしょう。自分の運命が見えたのなんて初めてです。だからどうすればよいのか。
Merenice let go of my hand and became lost in thought. He stared at the floor, concern and confusion passing over his face. It struck me that he was afraid, confronted with such an unfamiliar experience. Merenice, are you okay?
Eh?
It doesn't seem like a dangerous destiny. Maybe you're just traveling somewhere for a vacation.
旅行。
Merenice thought long and hard. He put down the donut and gave a vague smile.
そうですね。きっと私は旅行に行くのでしょう。いえ、行こうと思います。初めて見えた運命ですから。それで、そこに何があるのか見定めたいと思います。
His words were decisive, but Merenice looked more nervous than ever before. But of course he was. Anyone would be anxious when trying something for the first time. I smiled in hopes of trying to help him relax. It's all right, Merenice. I'm sure a wonderful destiny awaits you.
あなたは。
He seemed to relax just for a moment, but quickly returned to a wary, shifty gaze. Merenice hesitated, searching for the right words.
あなたにこんなことを頼んでいいかわからないのですが、よければあなたも一緒に来てはくれませんか？
Me?
私一人では自分の運命が見えません。あなたに触れていないと私は待ち受ける運命に気づけないのです。あの光景はあなたが見せてくれました。だから一緒にクランチキャニオンへ行きませんか？
He's like, I need you so I know what to do. The Crunch Canyon. Wasn't sure when Auntie would inform me it was safe to return. Since I didn't know how long I could stay in the human realm, I wanted to visit places I'd never been to before. Let's go together. This is a save file. So, save. Sorry, Gil, we're overwriting you. And it's let's go together. Yeah, as a god, I feel responsible for making Merenice confront his destiny. He expressed concern about facing it alone, so I couldn't just abandon him. This was the first glimpse of his own fate. I was eager to see how it would unfold. Maybe he'll find his destined partner in Crunch Canyon. Sure, let's go together. Maybe he'll find his destined partner. Oh my goodness, like we're halfway through.
ありがとうございます。
Merenice let out a big sigh and took up my hand. It was a sincere expression of relief I hadn't seen on him before. After she went to the office, I returned to Bottle Tower for my regular fortune-telling. I sat on a bench and gazed at the sky, lost in thought.
不思議なものですね。もう何年も変わらなかった日常だったのに。
All I did was follow the course of destiny I could perceive. No deep thinking or decisions were involved. I could buy donuts in the morning, do fortune readings, then go home.
彼女と出会ってからその全てが変わっていった。
Now I could finally see my own destiny. It was all a haze, so it wasn't clear what would happen, but it was the first time I saw my fate. Why could I see others' fate but only now saw my own? Initially I was full of concern, but now I felt strangely at peace. In fact, I was even looking forward to it. It was probably because I was with her.
彼女とクランチキャニオンへ旅するなら、いろいろと準備をしておかないといけないですね。
What would I need? How much should I prepare? I needed to plan it all on my own. I wondered what sort of trip it would become. I felt that I was changing again as I looked up at the sky. The next day after work. For some reason, Clarice, Robin, Merenice, and I were at a shopping mall. We gathered to buy some outdoor gear.
見て見て、この折りたたみ椅子とか良くない？
へえ、かわいいな。 でもさすがに荷物になるんじゃないか？
でもクランチキャニオンにはキャンプ場があると聞いてますし、持って行ってもいいかもしれませんね。
We all walked around chatting and laughing. I never expected to shop with all four of us.
今度あなたがメレニスと旅行するってロビンから聞いたわよ。だから一緒に旅行用品買いに行かない？
Are you sure?
ええ、早速明日の会社帰りに行きましょうよ。
I thought it would just be Clarice and me, but it turned out to be all of us. Though unexpected, this double date turned out to be fun.
ロビンったらそんなのが好きなの？
いいじゃないかこれ。なあメレニス。
そうですね。
Clarice seemed to be enjoying herself. It really is Robin that she likes, huh? Although I kept asking her at home, she always said it was a secret and chased the subject. My Cupid instincts knows what's up. They do seem very compatible.
どうされましたか？
No, I was just thinking about how close those two are. As I watched Clarice and Robin get along, Merenice smiled suggestively.
そうですね。私もそう思っていました。
If Merenice thinks so too, do you think they're destined?
さあどうでしょ
He kept smirking, placing his finger over his lips. It felt like he was posing a riddle he already knows. With my Cupid's arrow, I could tell how well they'd go together.
もうあの子ったらせっかくダブルデートにしたのに私の方ばっか気にしてるんだから。
どうかしたか？
なんでもない。
Clarice and Robin walked arm in arm as we headed to another outdoor store. Yeah, they make a fantastic pair. Merenice and I exchanged glances and smiled. I got the feeling he was thinking the same thing. We were thinking the same thing. After finishing our shopping, the four of us walked down 6th Avenue.
これで準備は完璧ですね。
We did buy a lot.
いいなあ旅行。たくさん楽しんできてね。
ええ、私も楽しみです。どんな運命が私を待ち受けているのでしょう。
I'm just glad to see you looking forward to something. I remembered how worried he looked before, so it made me happy to see his enthusiasm. As I responded, though, Clarice frowned.
てか二人ともいつもそんなに他人行儀な喋り方なの？
I know, Clarice, straighten her out. Jeez.
え？
I guess I still act like I'm at Cupid Corp.
もう会員じゃないんだし、もっと気軽に話せば？
I peeked over at Merenice and he was smiling.
ええ、よければクラリスさんとお話しする時のように私に話してください。
Are you sure?
ええ、ぜひ。私はついこの話し方になってしまうと思いますが。
そういやメレニスが丁寧な話し方してないとこって見たことないな。
癖がついてしまって。
I see. Merenice's politeness probably influenced me to speak similarly.
ですが確かにあなたにはクラリスさんとお話しするように話しかけてもらえると私も嬉しいです。
ですって。
Okay, I'll give it a try, Merenice.
はい。
よかったなメレニス。
ええ、嬉しいです。
じゃあそろそろご飯食べに行く？
そうだな。何食べたい？
あ、実は前から行ってみたいなって思ってたお店があって。
Clarice took the lead and we followed. After turning a few corners, Oh, look at that. We saw the ruined space that used to be one of Lost York's popular meetup areas. Currently, it was taped off with a keep out signs.
嘘。あれ、まだ壊れてるの？ニュースでやってたのって結構前じゃない？
ニュース？
一晩にしたあのオブジェが壊れたってニュースになってたんだよ。まだ原因が分かってないらしいんだが。
一晩にして。頑丈そうに見えますが、どうして壊れてしまったのでしょう。もしかしてそういう芸術とか。
まさか。芸術だとしたらやりすぎだよ。ラブを壊すなんてさ。
愛を破壊。
Merenice murmured to himself. For some reason, a cold shiver ran down my spine. Destroyed a love. I felt that something was amiss, but I wasn't sure what.
リネットさん、大丈夫ですか？
Huh? I looked up to see Merenice's eyebrows knitted with concern. The chill I felt must have been nothing. The famous fortune teller Merenice was here with us, after all. If a bad event was imminent, he would have seen it in Robin or Clarice's fortunes. He didn't say anything, so things likely were okay. I forced a smile. I'm fine. I mean, really, I am. Thanks.
ねえ、夕ご飯ここのお店でいいよね。
Sure, let's go in. I followed Clarice into a nearby restaurant, but I couldn't shake off the eerie feeling from what I saw earlier. I don't know what to think about that. Destroying love.
楽しかった。
The four of us finally said our farewells around midnight after having some drinks. Upon arriving home, Clarice, are you sure you want to come back so soon? Usually Clarice would stay out all night. I found it strange that she decided to return with me, but Clarice just gave a bashful smile.
もう何よ。私が毎回朝帰りするみたいに言って。
But you do. Back in college, whenever we went out drinking as a group, Clarice would often disappear in the middle with another man. I vaguely remembered Gil acting awkward when we came home, possibly because he was rejected by Clarice.
いいの。今回はあんま急がないことにしたから。
Now, Gil had his own problems with Clarice. Clarice would give him dreams.
それに、あなたたちが旅行に行ってる間、一緒にダムールパラディのカジノに遊びに行く約束したの。だから、その時でいいわ。
Really? Claire's passionate innocent smile I'd rarely seen. Something felt different this time. My heart told me it was serious.
それより、あなたの方が心配よ。なんか全然進展してなくない？
Huh? But there's nothing going on between Merenice and me.
あなたね、一緒に旅行行く約束しといて何もないはないでしょ？
That's the problem. There's nothing going on. Really. But the purpose of this trip was to experience Merenice's destiny. It was like a god guiding a lost soul, much like the tales of mythologies. It wasn't a romantic getaway. Well, I guess that explanation won't really work for Clarice.
まあいいわ。二人きりで旅すれば、さすがにこの子も自覚すると思うし。
I know, but when? Like at the end of the route?
せっかくだし、この間買ったばっかのあの下着、持っていきなさいよ。備えあれば憂いなしって言うから。
And she thinks of everything, doesn't she? Sure. The lingerie was something Clarice had picked out for me. She said it would be my lucky charm, selecting the cutest one available. Her gaze was different than usual. Good luck, Clarice. If you need help, just tell me.
そんなに心配しなくても大丈夫よ。二人が旅行してる間、私も頑張るから。帰ってきたら恋話しましょう。
I doubt I'll have much to share, but I eagerly looked forward to Clarice's romantic tales and nodded with a smile. All right.
いい話聞けるの楽しみにしてるから。
Cannon Crunch Road movie. A movie. I'm sorry, that little section was so boring. Like extremely boring. I'll be honest, like I don't think I'm going to be able to edit this tonight. It's only midnight, but I was so bored reading it. So to edit it is just going to make me fall asleep. Like I'm pretty sure it's going to put me to sleep. It's only an hour to edit, but still. I could try. I could try to edit it and get it out tonight. That's what I want to do, but it's hot in my office. I have the window up. I can't turn on the fan until I'm done recording because it makes a lot of sound and my mic picks it up. But I'm hot and tired and I'm thinking that it's going to put me to sleep, but I'll try it anyway. If you guys did enjoy it, drop a like down below and or subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.